Hey guys, Tyler here. Today we're going to be working on a 2012 Nissan Altima. I got 3 proximity keys here that we're going to be programming to the car. These 2 are already programmed, but I'm going to have to erase all keys to add this 3rd key right here. Just a few quick heads ups on this car. So there are some pretty common issues on these vehicles. One of the most common issues is this bad boy right here, the programming slot. They have a tendency to go bad. So especially if you're in a add a key situation where you have to erase keys in order to reprogram keys, the first thing that you want to check is to see if this programming slot is good. And how we do that is we just stick any old key in there and the car will start to beep, and then that little key light will show up on the dash. That's recognizing that there's a key inside of the programming slot. Easiest way to check it. One of the other issues that are pretty common on these vehicles is the steering lock can go bad. As far as diagnosing that before you start on the vehicle, I don't really have any tips for that, unfortunately, but we're going to go ahead and get right into this. So we're going to start by going to our Nissan file. And so this is going to be the slotted smart key. So this is going to be a 4-pin code system. Anything that has a programming slot is going to be a 4-pin code system. On those, we have to release the steering lock before we do anything. So I went ahead and turned on the flashers. I'm going to go to read BCM and release steering lock. I'm going to go to release steering lock, hit OK. It says switch ignition off. I already have the ignition off. So we're going to hit OK. Do I want to bypass the pin? Yes. So we went ahead and successfully erased the keys. So at this point, no keys are programmed to the vehicle anymore. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go program keys by type, smart key system, 4-pin code, and it's either going to be a type 1 or type 2. I believe this one's going to be a type 2, but worst case scenario, if you try one and it fails, just go straight to the other. It doesn't hurt anything. So it says switch the ignition on. So now, to switch the ignition on, I have to put a key inside of the programming slot. Doesn't matter what key, because none of them are programmed at this point. So I put a key in the programming slot, press the start button once, it goes straight to the on position, hit OK. So now we're going to hit program keys. Do you want to bypass pin? Yes. It says insert the key into the slot, press the start button, blah 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 blah. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch it off with this first key. I'm going to take it out of the slot, put it back in, and then I'm going to switch it back on, but we're going to watch the dash. The immobilizer light on the dash should flash 5 times, which you could see it right here in the top right corner. It flashed 5 times, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it off with that key. So this one should be good. I'm going to go ahead and set this one to the side. I'm going to take my second key, put it in there, and then we're going to watch the dash again, top right corner, right up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes out, and we're good. So I'm going to go switch it off. Take this key out, right? Put in my third key. Again, we're going to watch the dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flashes, goes out, and we're going to go ahead and switch it off. Now we're going to take our first key we introduced, put it back in the slot. The light should not flash again, but basically we're just closing learning mode right now, so I'm going to leave it in there for about 5 seconds. I'm going to switch the ignition off, take the key out, and I'm going to open and close the door 2 times. And now the remote should be working. This one's working. That one's not, but it's an aftermarket remote, so this one's working. Light did flash 5 times, so the car will probably start with this key, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and set all my keys on the ground just to verify So put my foot on the brake, press the start button. Car does not start when I have all keys on the ground. I'm gonna take my problem child key up first and check it. So let's go ahead and see if the car starts now. No. Put it in the slot, see if it starts from there. So that key starts from the slot, but not outside of the slot, but that's probably a key issue. So we'll go ahead and set that one on the ground out here, pull up our next key, put my foot on the brake, press the start button. Car starts up, no problem. Right. Go ahead, switch it off. Take this key, set it on the ground, take this one, put it in my lap, and the car starts. So those two keys programmed perfectly fine. The third key that I had was an aftermarket one, and it did not take properly, which it's got to be a key issue in that situation. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Have a nice one, guys.